I always say that, but there's no 3, 2, 1. That's just I'm live. Hi, if you don't know me, my name is Pam, and I live in a van with my dog Matrix, who is asleep right away every time. Where are you, Matrix? Oh, there you are. We've had a tough day. We've been, well, we've been at the repair shop all day, but that is fodder for another video. Anyway, yes, I'm Pam. I live in this van, and I have lived in a van for nearly 6 years, and Matrix is only a year and a half, so he's only been with me for a year and a half, but I had other Cavaliers before him. This video is put together for people who are interested in getting on the road or haven't gotten to the place yet where you know exactly what you want or what you want to do. And I'm going to, these mini talks are just for you. If you are interested in moving into the next step, I do offer one-on-one van life strategy sessions, and the link is in the bio. Since I did spend a day at the repair shop, I had to write notes for what I wanted to talk about today. So please bear with me if I keep glancing over here. But the topic is, how do you know if van life is really for you? How do you know that? I think the biggest question that you're going to have to answer for yourself is letting go. Can you give up right now everything that is familiar to you? Now, I'm talking about things like, even things like the streets that you drive on every day. Something familiar, the Tootin' Totem on the corner. You won't see that again for a lot of months or years. What about your hairdresser? Like, I always say that because I hairdresser so bad. So somebody needs to be a hairdresser and live on the road, and so that many other people can come to you and get our hair cut while we're out in the boonies. That would be a little side job, side hustle for somebody who wants to live in a van and still make money. But what about, okay, what can you actually give up, let go? Your house, your car, your Keurig, that double boiler that you really like, that painting that is over there in the corner that you really like. And how about those posters that you got on vacation at Dollywood? Are you willing to let all of those things go? And that is a hard question. If you want to keep the house and the car and live in a van over here, so you're trying to have your cake and eat it too. The issue with that is going to be your heart can't be in two places. And you're really going to want one more than the other. And if you don't buy into the whole thing in van life, then you're going to miss the depth of the feelings that you have when you're out on the road, going places, seeing things. Just that feeling of freedom. And I don't know how else to say it. It's just, when I get behind the wheel, it's kind of like I look at, and I did, and you'll have to do this. Look in your rearview mirror as your life that you know it fades away. That's how it's going to have to be. And maybe you're ready for that, and maybe you're not. But let me ask you some other questions, and maybe we can come closer. All right. And to go along with that, though, before we move on, take a real good look at your lifestyle right now. How well do you like it? If you love the way your life is now, then obviously you're not going to really want to move into a van and change your entire structure of your life, because that is what's going to happen if you decide to go full time in a van. So ask yourself that question. How do I feel about my lifestyle right now? Am I willing to let it go and start a whole new life? For me, that was like, yes, of course I am. but that may not be for everybody. So ask yourself that question. Um, and to go along with that, do you really want a new lifestyle? Some people really think, van life sounds exciting and it sounds romantic and it sounds like a great idea. But when push comes to shove, do you really want this new lifestyle? Serious questions to ask yourself before you go crazy. And again, if you're thinking about this, please book a one-on-one with me and let's go through the whole thing so we can just figure it out together. If in fact that's what you want to be doing, is to live on the road in the freedom. I love my life so much. Matrix does too. All right. You know what? Here's something else to think of. I don't know how big your house is now. Maybe it's 1,000 square feet, 3,000, 5,000. I mean, I don't know. But my van is about 70 square feet in here. Can you actually live happily in 70 square feet? It's things like that you're going to have to remember and consider. You can't shop at Costco anymore. There is no bulk anything anymore. When you buy paper towels, you have to get the two roll. You get the two roll, you don't have room for the four roll. I know somebody who's they had a van, a different model than mine, but the same idea, same size. And it was a husband and wife, and the husband bought a 24 roll pack of toilet paper because it was on sale. And she was like, where am I going to put 24 rolls of toilet paper? So no more shopping at Costco. But 70 square feet is really not a whole lot of space. And, as I always say, every piece of room in here has to have, or I'm sorry, every item that I have in here has to have two purposes. Because the estate that I have here is very small and it's very expensive if you really think about it. So you have to decide, can I live in 70 square feet? Now, you can also remember this, that if you play your cards right and you stay in good places, or fun places, I should say, and you follow the weather, which is what most of us try to do, that you have the whole outdoors too as part of your living space. I have a little patio thing that I put out there with my chair, and I have a little table, and so I count that as part of my living space. But in here, 70 square feet. That's about it. That's about it. So you have to ask yourself, can you really do that? Can I do this the wrong way? Can you really do that? Okay, so here's another one. People are like, do you have to take a shower every day? Do you? Because if you're going to live in a van full time, you're not going to be able to. You can't carry that amount of water in order to take even one shower like you're used to in your sticks and bricks. It's just not there. It's just not happening. Do you know how kids, they never want to take a bath or a shower? You have to like force them to do it all the time. And then when you get into adulthood, you start taking the showers and you really kind of enjoy them. So just think of it as you're going back to being a kid. You don't really want to take a shower. It's too much trouble. And so if you want to take a shower every day, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to work. If you're going to get it over that one. How do you feel about getting lost? Because I'm going to tell you, it's going to happen. There is no question. If you're staying out in the woods or the desert or any place like that, your GPS is not infallible. I have had it take me to a place that it was going to get me as the crow flies. There was actually no road there. That didn't work. I have often what it will do, it will take you to the entrance to where you want to go and where you want to stay. and stop. And it will say, "You're on your own from here." I have trouble getting out of the Walmart parking lot, okay? So, GPS and I just are not always we don't always get along. But anyway, I've been lost a lot, and you have to learn to just kinda go with it and be okay with it. That road comes out somewhere or it doesn't, and you turn around and you go back. So you can't let these are the things you can't it's part of letting go. You can't let these things cause you anxiety attacks. Hi, Stella. You have a DIY plastic shoebox with separated Viva towels soaked in a solution of body wash and water and use them as body wipes. You don't have to shower every day. That's a great one. That's a great one. Let me read that again. Uh, I use the typical washcloth kind of thing, and I also use baby wipes. But I like that one too. I like that a lot. A plastic shoebox with separated Viva towels soaked in a solution of body wash and water. I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. And they do make those, I don't know what they call them, man things. Oh, well, I'm so happy to see you. You caught me live. This is not the normal time I go and do my little mini talks every day, but I spent most of the day at the repair shop. And as I say, that's a whole other video. But so I normally go in the morning, but I had to get there because my generator broke. I have no power. Anyway, how are you going to feel about being alone? And there may be some of you on here that are husband and wife or partners, so there'll be two of you. But if you're just a single wanting to hit the road, a single woman, because that's pretty much how it is nowadays, it seems like, and you want to hit the road, you're going to spend a lot of time alone. You're going to spend a lot of time with yourself. So you're going to have to like yourself. When I first, what was really great, one of the things that was really great for me when I moved into my van was I I watched my life in the rearview mirror as it disappeared in the dust. And I had to learn who I was. I had to peel away all of the stuff that has affected me and been part of my years and really look inside myself to see who I am. And I learned that I really like myself. I really do. I'm okay. I feel like me too. I'm okay with it. But you are alone a lot, yeah, and other people might, caravan, might stay in campgrounds, might always boondock with other people. That's not me. I like to be alone. And of course, if I need some social interaction, I just come on here and talk to you guys. Oh no, I'm not at the van life yet. Hobby's not a solution for that as well, Kate. Oh, but one day I love spending time on your own. Yeah. Oh, wild camping. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Wild camping. Uh, I've never actually done that. I've just done a lot of crazy camping. Stella, I like to read, so I hit up free libraries as I travel. Oh, and I do find some good reads. That's nice. Yeah. I listen to books while I drive. My eyesight isn't what it used to be. It's a little harder for me to read books now. If I get them in large print, I'm okay. But even with glasses, my eyes get tired. So yeah, things like that. And I mean, I have side hustles, and well, I guess I didn't talk about it on YouTube, but I have an opportunity to go back to work, and I'm thinking about doing that. I always have things to do, places to go, people to see. Even though I am alone 95 of the time. And if I'm lonely, all I have to do is go to Walmart and pick up a couple of groceries, and that solves that problem. I no longer want that. So anyway, if you're thinking about moving into a van, ask yourself these questions. Are you ready to let go of your life that you have now? You love Audible? I do, yeah. Since 2000, when I just looked at that the other day, 2018, I have been on there since. Uh, the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins is I haven't done that, have you ever thought about doing, you know what? That is so funny you would say that, Stella, is because I went onto one of their house. I started with Facebook Marketplace and I couldn't find anything there, but I went onto one of the sites that match people up, I guess is what they do. But it was a little complicated for me to do because I don't remember exactly, but I did think about that. That might be a good idea. I don't want to go in somebody's house, but it would be nice to park in their yard and, take care of their pets that way. So that is a thought for sure. There are so many things you can do on the road. It's amazing. But you have to be able to let it go. I guess, Stella, you live on the road and you let everything go. You said, that's it, I'm done. I'm done. I'm looking at my life in my rearview mirror. That's it. That's it. I'm done. That's what I did. And I tell you, that first day, I was a little nervous, but that first day when I got out on the road and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm starting my life over. It was an amazing feeling. It really was. It was an amazing feeling. So anyway, that is the talk for today. How do you know if you really want van life? How do you know if you can stand all the stuff? How do you know if you can do all the things that need to be done? And so there are some questions that you have to ask. If you are interested in, okay, the Wonky Compass Adventures. Hi. Oh, you recently subscribed to my TikTok? Oh, thank you so much. You do van life? Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been over on TikTok for a long time. But I decided I started my YouTube channel over here a lot of years ago, and then I didn't really do anything for a long time. You started when your mom passed, and it's been great so far. There's just something about living on the road that you can't, unless you do it, you can't really describe it. Do you agree? You can't really describe it. If I'm in a place for, well, because I'm in the city right now, yeah, uh, um, I can't wait to get back into that place. I just, yeah. For me, it was easy to just say goodbye to everything in my life at the time and start over. Basically, start over. So anyway, I'm not gonna go any longer because these are my mini chats for people who are, interested in living on the road and you just want some more information. And I do these every day. And from Texas, and you started van life 3 years ago. Yay! Texas is the last place I lived, and my family is here, so I'm here for a little while. But I'll be taking some side trips because I can't stay. My plan is to stay through the holidays, but I cannot stay here for the whole time. I'm gonna have to take some side trips. Anyway, so if you have any questions, please feel free to message me. Also, you can go watch my Dream to Drive series. I have that link in here as well, where I kind of start from here and take you up to here. And again, if you want to book on one-on-one, the link is in my bio, and we'll create a plan for you on how to get there. It's tick hot. Same here. It's TikTok. Crystal, Stella says, "Hi, Crystal." Okay, you guys know each other, I guess, and I don't. And I don't, but that's good. Um, yeah, short chats. I'm so happy that you caught me too. You watched my Dream to Drive videos and loved them? Oh, thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that because I just never know for sure. Um, anyway, hello, Teresa. Thank you for stopping by. This is not my normal time, and so I'm like, I got people on here chatting. Oh, your mother passed in 2007. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I moved onto the road in when I was 65. I'm 71 now, so it's been almost 6 years. Teresa, thank you for saying that. You love my series. I'm getting ready to post one. I like to post one once a week, and usually it's on Tuesdays. And I'm getting ready for that one for tomorrow because my generator broke and I learned another great lesson. And so I'm going to talk about that in my video that I'll be posting tomorrow, as long as I can get it filmed. And that will depend on whether or not the garage calls me back and tells me to come back. But anyway, thank you all so much for dropping in, saying hello to me. And again, these are mini chats. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. And I will be probably in the morning, although maybe there's more of you here tonight. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much. Have a great evening.